membranes. I don't know how you're going to see those because this is all dry. But anyway, we turn this over. We have the trachea comes down and it splits. These are the primary right and left bronchus going into each lung, right? First split. If we dissected this lung material out a little bit, you see how it splits again? Those are the secondary bronchi. And if we were to dissect it even further, they'd each split again, tertiary, and they'd keep splitting into smaller and smaller and smaller tubes until they dead end in the alveoli, which are the air sacs in the lungs. Okay? What they're calling the root of the lung is just right here where the primary bronchus goes into the lung tissue, and it brings the blood, you have the artery, the vein, and the nerve all going in at the same point. That's what they call the root of the lung. Okay? What else do they want on the Pluck? I don't see anything else on the Pluck. What else have they listed on the Pluck? Diaphragm. Well, they have a little piece of diaphragm. That's a little piece of beef jerky diaphragm. The central tendon, we can't see the central tendon because the rest of the diaphragm is missing. I'll show you that on the cat.
And the pericardium's in the plural.
The pericardium? Pericardium is around the heart. The rest of the membranes are not here. So, if we look at these are little. These go here. Okay. So here's the larynx, and if we look at the human first, this is our looking at it this way. Okay. So I'm looking from behind. You're looking in the front. This is the hyoid bone. Okay. This flap right here, that's the epiglottis. Okay. These right here, these big plates, those are the thyroid cartilages. So the thyroid glands would be sitting on either side here like saddlebags. Okay? These back here, these cartilages back here, these are called the erythenoid cartilages. And those, if you look in there, those are attached to the vocal folds. You have to look in. See the vocal folds moving?
Okay.
Okay? So those are the vocal folds in there. The cricoid cartilage, you can't really see it on this model, would be right here. It's the only complete ring all the way around. And then these are just the C-shaped cartilages here. Okay? This blank space back here, this is where the esophagus lies, right behind the trachea. Okay? So when you swallow, the epiglottis is pushed down, and that blocks off the trachea, and it actually forces food to go back down the esophagus. Okay? So if we look at our sheep little larynx here, again, if we orient ourselves somehow. Okay, so here's the hyoid bone. Okay? And if we look back here, there's the epiglottis. It's pretty obvious, right? Mm-hmm. And then they've actually opened this trachea up for us. If we look inside, you see these two bumps in here? Those are those erythenoid cartilages right there.
Okay.
Okay, and this part here, that's part of the vocal folds that's been ripped, but okay. Mm-hmm. So erythenoid cartilages, vocal folds, epiglottis, hyoid bone, and then if we shut that, so there's the trachea, okay, and then this, if we shut this, because they've split the whole thing down the center, this would be the esophagus. Okay, so if you have the probe, you can stick this through here. So there's there's the trachea, and then this would be lying here, and that would be the esophagus.
That's where the food goes.
Yep.
That's like little.
Okay.